Hello, and welcome to Schoch Dairy and Creamery in Hillsboro, Oregon. My name is Casey Schoch, and I'm glad you could join me today. I live and work here with my family on our 75-acre dairy farm. We have 60 milking cows. We have 4 different breeds of milking cow on our farm. We have Holstein, Brown Swiss, Jersey, and milking Shorthorn. We also have 50 younger animals that are growing up to become dairy cows. In 2018, we built our own processing facility called a Creamery. In this facility, we're able to process and pasteurize our own milk into glass bottles that we sell to our local community and neighbors. But let's start at the beginning. It all begins in the maternity pen. This is our cow Jingle Bell, and today is her due date. We move our cows to the maternity pen several days before calving, and this gives them a comfortable and clean place to have their baby. This is a separate area where she has her own food and water, and we will watch her really closely and be able to help her if she needs any assistance during calving. After the baby is born, it will stay here with her for about 1 week together to make sure they're both off to a great start. After the maternity pen, our calves are brought up to our nursery. Each cow is given its own pen, which is spacious and comfortable. The calves will stay here for the first 3 months of their life. They'll be fed milk twice a day. While they're here, we're introducing them to solid food, so they will learn how to eat hay and grain. We like to keep our babies separate in separate pens because they're building up their immunities. And while they're here, we don't want them to share their germs with each other and make each other sick. After the cows leave the nursery area, we bring them up to a group pen. This group pen, we have about 5 heifers, and they are learning some great skills up here. They're learning how to compete for feed. They're learning how to use the head racks that they will use as they become milk cows. And they're learning how to socialize with each other and get along. It's really important because they will live together in a herd. It's important that they get along and they know how to act nicely to each other. These 5 girls will stay together for the rest of their lives as they progress through the herd and become future milk cows. As you can see, the calves are getting really big now. They eat a lot of feed and they gain about 2 pounds a day until they reach their full mature size. We call them heifers. These heifers are between 1 and 2 years old. Most of them are bred, and they will stay together in this barn until they have their first baby at about 2 years old, and then they will join our milking herd. This is our milking parlor. We milk our 60 cow herd twice a day at 5:30 in the morning and again at 5:30 in the evening. Each cow takes about 5 minutes to milk, and she'll make about 3 to 5 gallons per day. They start in the holding pen, and they work their way through the milk parlor where they're milked by machines. We milk 7 cows at a time, and when they're finished, they exit the barn and they go back to their cow barn where they're fed fresh haylage and hay. The whole process takes about 2.5 hours. This is our milk house. This is where we keep our refrigerated bulk tank. This holds all of our milk after it comes out of the cows. This is a 3,000-gallon tank, and it chills the milk down to about 38 degrees. Milk comes out of a cow at about 101.5. So there's a big paddle in here, and as the milk comes in, it's moving the milk around and chilling it so it chills and cools evenly. This room also has all of our wash-up equipment. It's got a big wash tub that we run our sanitized cycles through. We do a chlorine, a soap, and an acid rinse. And it's kind of like a dishwasher. It pumps all those solutions through all of our milking equipment so that it's sanitized and cleaned and ready for the next milking. This is our processing room. Our milk is pumped from our bulk tank in the milk house across to this 200-gallon vat pasteurizer. In this pasteurizer, the milk is heated up to 145 degrees and held at that temperature for 30 minutes. After that time, the milk is quickly cooled and pumped over to our bottle filling machine. Bottles go around the carousel and are quickly filled, and when they come off on the other side, they are capped and dated and moved to cold storage. At this point, they are ready to be sold or delivered to people in our local community. Welcome to our creamery. This is our bottle washing room. We process and pasteurize our milk into half-gallon glass bottles. We use a commercial dishwasher with a soap cycle to sanitize our bottles. We process about 2,400 bottles per week, and all those bottles are returned by customers and reused so that we can recycle the bottles and add less waste to our landfills. Thank you for joining me on a tour of Schoch Dairy and Creamery today. We're glad you could come and see our farm. We're super excited that you're going to adopt 3 of our baby cows and learn about them this school year. We hope to see you soon.